Bienvenidos a un nuevo video para el canal de Genshit. Aquí donde los quedamos matando al jefe. Y aquí vengo todo preparado y espero que les guste. Así que nos vemos. Adiós. Al inicio. Bueno, pues lo adelanté rápido. Ok, vamos rápido. Aquí nos va a atacar el otro. El güey. Ahorita me activo resistencia y ataque.
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but where, if it weren't for that love... Stop it.
So you've been planning to...
As one of the... She will get that which she... I'm not the time for discussion and either way. Win the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
Rápido, adelántate.
Instead of confronting you direct when she faces a word, but as for me,
we won't let what happened.
Oh, so you, besides, you could never fighting talk. I love.
Vamos, listo, a pelear. A ver, comida. Vamos a preparar, vamos a ponerle una de ataque, de defensa. Y no sé qué es. Ok.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Entré rapidísimo la vía. ¿Qué hace esta cosa?
Freeze. A fine opportunity.
It's nothing.
A clear shot.
Uy, la ballena.
Don't waste my time.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. You've made some progress. A fine opportunity. Not bad, not bad.
Uf.
Guess I should take you more seriously.
Ya vamos, primera fase derrotada.
No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Aprovechar. Uy, vamos para atrás.
Free. Don't push your luck.
Esta cosa como tengo miedo.
Give up.
Gotcha.
It's nothing.
Raging tide.
No, quita.
Give up. Your life is mine.
Rápido.
Prepare to be blown away.
You've got some skills.
Ya casi. Era para agarrar eso, no alcancé. Vuelta, lo voy a curar el siguiente.
It's nothing.
Ya casi se muere. Se murió, olvidado. Ahora vamos por la siguiente fase. La chetada.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
No puedo adelantarle. Vamos a dejar de adelantarle. Muy mal.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Hello. Ahora vamos a curar. Ahorita el algún medio muerto.
This is going to cost you!
Ahora sí. Ya valió, ya perdí más. ¿Para curar? ¿Esto para curar? No. ¿Esto? Poquito vamos a ponernos este.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose?
Sabía.
No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me
¿Te vale con esto? Para que con bueno con la espada, bueno con la espada. Sí aumenta mucho el daño con lo que me dice. Pero bueno, puedo hacer mucho daño aquí. Ay, corre. Ahora sí me preparé más. Ay, no, corre. De aquí. Uy. A la primera no puedo, pero yo creo que ahorita sí. Por si acaso, no sé si le queda otra fase, espero que no. Ay, qué bueno. Entonces sí lo puedo matar más rápido. Que yo me sabía más o menos.
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how... You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if...
Pretty sure that's not the normal...
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed. As such, we must
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless. Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years.
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Oh.
Hey, those are sigils of Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a... With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fit, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its head...
Vaya, vaya. Bueno, lo que me invocar. Bueno, lo que se viene.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Nira, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Bueno.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the... Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of...
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the
Ya,
Jade Chamber?
¿qué voy a hacer?
Paimon thought you were arguing with the chief.
Ah, no puedo, bueno.
Faced
Tengo que
with the
terminar.
calamity of such
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan... Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any close.
So the Archon War was fought... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion...
What? Wait, all of you are...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it peaked their... And as fate would have it, one who did... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms?
I suppose this is one blessing from the... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here, we haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
Para venir los enemigos.
Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong ballista!
Casi son muchos. Se empiezan los madrazos, sí. Es lo que quería. Cosa que quiere ser el segundo video, la segunda parte. Pero no lo suelto de una, no me da tiempo.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains
Con lo que
within
te puse de hielo.
you. One wishes to witness.
Por si acaso me voy a poner otra vez el de la comida. Para matarlos más poquito más rápido. ¿Listo? Una parte entre los otros. No aguanta ese tiempo. Por lo que hay una aparición de ver, acá más apareció. Qué bueno que son de agua, la verdad. Bueno, ¿cuánto daño le hago? A ver, hay que ver. 400 por cada golpe. Ahora sí me siento chetado. Espero. Y espero que dure. Lo malo que dura mucho esto de 5 minutos.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Vaya, pues me golpeó.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one. Don't waste my time.
Time to fulfill my duty. At an end.
Ahora no es tan fácil que digamos.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is the Gestal energy. That light
Bueno, ahorita voy a
from
curar
her
los
body,
personajes.
It's like the time in Julian Karst. Wow, it's Madame Pink's shockwave.
Vamos para allá. Ah, se fueron para otro lado.
You can't run!
Don't get frostbite.
Ok, vamos a curarlo.
In this quickly!
Corre, 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 corre.
Windblade.
Es fácil, es mucho más fácil matarlos. Porque si no,
Freeze.
es imposible.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil.
Ok.
Your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
Corre, 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 corre. No, no sé dónde va a caer, pero tengo miedo. Ok. Ta 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 ta.
Take my power and run as I do.
Ok. Esto me gusta. Gracias. ¡Ah! Claro, tengo que esquivar, sí, como visto. Los ataques. ¿Qué pasa? Ataquen, por favor, gracias. Pium, pium, pium. Bueno.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
¿Después a la vez? ¿O no?
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
A ver.
Once you've adapted, try to use them.
Oh. Entendí, creo. Me siento Dios. Me siento Dios con esto. Oh, bueno, lo que viene aquí. ¡Uy, qué bonito! Ah, se atora ahí.
For slacking!
The smoke will be frozen.
Rápido, 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 rápido. Voy a congelarlos.
Exercise
Pa, 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 pa.
fear that the god's power has reached its
Y a todos, pum, 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 muertos.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Otra acá. Todos ellos tuvieron mala suerte. ¿Qué me el daño que le hago? Dale, corre. Listo. Oh, me gusta esa pelea. Pero como siempre era bien difícil. ¿Entras acá? Ok.
Don't get frostbite.
Desapareció. Acá, otra acá. Bueno, ¿por cuánto daño?
Your life is mine.
Ok. Ustedes para acá conmigo.
Windblade!
Muerto.
The Fatui
Vamos por el otro.
numbers are thinning!
Ya casi queda poquito.
Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Ok. Ahí está. ¡Sí! Sí.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
¿Logramos? Pues no, todavía no.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Ahora viene el ataque de ellos. Ahora le toca a ellos. Pues se pone peligroso. Corre. Uf.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend.
Uh.
Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Oh, qué chicón.
Went too far.
¿Qué pasó? No.
Is it...
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed the effects of the sigil of permission lab. It will be some time before the overlord of the vortex.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retain. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Both seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. 3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would.
Forebears, you say? One doubts.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the heart.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an Outlander.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just...
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their... When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys, and thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
La Gabriela, es que nosotros pregúntale. Es que quiero decir que también maniquí que me den el papito de dinero. Ah, tío, sí. Vale, mañana lo siento mentir. No, más que me tengo que levantar temprano para por si acaso.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what the country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary. Although their blood is weak, there is still the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spear.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart?
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. Also, oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still...
Chato.
Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Vamos para allá.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went...
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went... Do you think he doesn't know about the... We had better go and make...
Vamos para allá. Banco del Norte, acá arriba. Vamos a ver. Ahora que si me caigo. Aquí no. Aquí arriba. Aquí adentro, ¿no? Supuestamente. Yo que entrar no hablar. Entrar, ahí está. El Banco del Reino del Norte. ¿Qué pasa?
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? Oh, it seems that some of your friends...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was near...
I knew that we should never have trusted a...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hope the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seek.
Oh, lo que estamos protegiendo. Y luego lo agarró. Lo agarrado.
Sanctimonious.
What? So you... No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but... What?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes.
Wait, What?
Perhaps it's best that as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers. I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
but as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the... Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly That's right. Which is why I continued to...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your
Of course. And it would have been all too... Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our... This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this... All of these things turned out as I had planned. There was only one thing that I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the
Huh? That doesn't...
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless... My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa... Uncover that answer for yourself in your future...
Ah, qué malo es. Muere, muere. Muere, muere. Salgo del banco, a ver. Yo creo que aquí está cada misión. Espero.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Oh, though a dragon soars ageless as the gods and Adepti live glorious lives, rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Okay.
up. So that's how they're... Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up? Could the Qixing already... Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right?
Vamos a ver, pues el ritual de ascenso. Ah, el rito de ascenso. No, ritual no. Lo que sea. A ver.
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuchi.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to...
3,700 years of contracts.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending dream of our
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far. Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Soy yo la primera vez que lo escucho hablar. Ya que estoy entendiendo. No, como casi nunca habla. Digo, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué hice yo? ¿Qué dijo?
Perhaps.
Lo que sea.
And to think I'd put... But it's... well...
Lo que sea, una persona aquí.
If you were looking for some...
Listo. Nunca está el contejeo.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in the... And here you are looking all...
Why would I not feel more at ease? Right. If the two of you can...
Ha! That sounds...
You're right. I do lack the
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also... The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is no journey.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea... Yes. The nation has been closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan. But if a person shows true strength of will at a death, this is what visions are.
That's how people in Tibet...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders.
They want to seize visions? But why? Aren't visions blessed?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because...
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she is finally... The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of. 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know? Ah, that was a good one. Failing that said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient adept? All right then. Was there anything else you wished?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth. Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face... Kuching is absolutely right in saying that. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be... Could the original person who brought up the idea... All right then. Was there anything else
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna do... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even... The
Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time.
This is terrible! We're all about to...
Yes, this is indeed a major issue. Well, I suppose we'll just leave some...
Then, did you at least set some private fund?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem...
No. No lo hizo.
It's a shame that I didn't think of it. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know?
Todo por ahora.
Well then, I suppose...
Una nueva estrella en ascenso. Completado. Pues aquí lo vamos a dejar. Me van dando nuevas misiones que después lo vamos haciendo después de un tiempo, bueno, seguidos. Y nos vemos en el próximo video. Adiós.